evening and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to the Lex E. Rojas vlog. I'm your host, Lex E. Rojas, aka Dakota Wilmer, aka Dakota Wolf. Alright, so something tells me this vlog entry is gonna get the least amount of views out of all of them. I don't think anyone wants to see me get political yet. Here I am. Honestly, I believe it is my civic duty at this point to point out the flaws in our system and the absolute horror that is the state of the world. Last week I announced that we had officially lost the popularity contest that is America's favorite couple. Therefore, in this past week, I've been able to focus more on getting political. I have been posting about the multiple, what's the word, genocides happening in the world. Multiple. It's like hatred is this global disease that all humans everywhere seem to suffer from. Like, is it that hard to look at somebody different than you and say, that's a fellow human being? They deserve the same rights as me. They deserve to eat. Is it really that difficult? No, it's not. That's the answer. It shouldn't be. But people are too focused on money and power and lust. I'm disappointed in humanity. It just is what it is. All I can do about it is voice my outrage. Welcome to the 13 people who just jumped on. You kind of all just completely missed my rant. I was just talking about empathy and why it seems to be so difficult for some people. Like, why is everyone so motivated by money and power and fame instead of like helping our fellow humans? Like, why can't everyone just agree that all children deserve to eat? Like, that shouldn't be controversial. Children are being actively starved. And people are arguing for why we should let it continue. What is wrong with the world? I don't understand. I don't get it. You can tell me all you want that these kids are brainwashed, Israelis are evil, but all the Israeli government is doing is proving them right. Why don't you try to prove them wrong? Feed the children. I'm not even asking you to give all of the adults meals. I'm asking you to feed the fucking children. That should not be controversial. Children deserve to eat. End of story. aside from diving deeper into my political beliefs and becoming more vocal in that area of my life, which I had already been sharing posts and making comments and things like that, but I've become much more vocal since losing the popularity contest, America's favorite couple, because why not? That's also why I'm not going to be entering Face of Halloween this year, which is what they changed Face of Horror to, because I just don't have time for a popularity contest right now. There's too much going on in the world for me to give a shit about winning a popularity contest. That's it. It's just feed the fucking children. Aside from all that, I've been working on my third novel, which had way too many storylines, so I've split it up into my third and fourth novel, so that'll be fun. And right now I'm waiting for a semi-truck to move one way or the other. It's just blocking my entire path right now. Anyone have anything they'd like to ask me while we're here in the comments? Please, I love to hear from the chat. I really do. I'm looking. I'm watching for your comments. I'm watching for your questions. I'm here. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. Hidrolara. I live in the US. What's this live about? This live is about empathy. It's about politics. It's about genocide. It's about starving children that don't need to starve. That's what it's about, Hassan. Because why the fuck are children starving? When they could easily be... Palestine. Does that mean Palestine? I literally don't know. Yes, I was talking about Palestine. Talking about Gaza. Why the hell are we still allowing this to happen? And my taxes, the taxes of U.S. citizens, are going to fund this genocide. And it's not fair, and it's not okay, and we are not being accurately represented here. I have seen Jewish people walking around in shirts that say, Jews against genocide. I have seen videos of Israeli teens burning their draft notices and specifically stating that they refuse to participate in a genocide, and that's great. I saw a video stating that 35 rabbis were arrested for protesting the atrocious ongoings in Gaza. And I am happy. I am happy to see that there are people who are not afraid. I am happy to see that there are people who are not afraid to stand up for what they believe in. Who are not afraid to say they stand against this. Because it's not a Jewish problem. This is an Israeli government problem, a U.S. government problem. The UN is constantly allowing this to happen despite their own objections to it. Bruce Taylor said Hamas not being men and hiding among children. Yes, this is partially on Hamas. However, the Israeli government is still actively choosing to refuse food and supplies entering Gaza. And now they're getting ready to take the capital. Is that about defense? Taking the capital? Like I said, this is not a problem with Jewish people. This is not an anti-Semitic rant. This is not an invitation to be anti-Semitic. Okay? Jewish people are not the problem. Jewish people are not the problem. The Israeli government and the US government and any other government that is supporting this genocide is the problem. Because there are plenty of Jewish people who have spoken out and are against what is happening in Gaza. This is not a war. This is a genocide, and it is not okay. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to my rant. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Remember, wait. I almost forgot. Tomorrow there is a mass protest in NYC. I posted my last short. I posted the short before this, before the last one. My second to last short that I posted has a picture of the poster. Go to that one for the details. It's happening tomorrow in NYC. If you're in NYC, show up if you can. And remember, everyone, lead with empathy.